Well, good morning, everyone. We're here at the Marietta Fire Department, Station 51, which is the headquarters fire station, doing the Applied Information Marietta Fire Department Appreciation Lunch. We're going to have a really great day today. We got a lot of good food on the grill that the crew from Temple is cooking up for everyone. And we've got the staff coming up, and we're just going to have a great time with both organizations. So one of the things that we've arranged today is the fire department personnel are going to take some of the AI staff and we're going to put them in a fire truck, and they're going to actually see the preemption work. They're going to see how Glance brings the opposing intersections to a safe stop and allows the emergency vehicles to move through the city without stopping. They're getting green to scene here in Marietta. So if you'll come with me, we will go see where the Temple crew is cooking. So back here in the parking lot, you'll see our friends from Temple who are doing the grilling, and we've also got some of the Applied Information staff. We got everything set up here. Folks will be arriving soon. We're gonna have a great day with a great meal and a great opportunity for the AI staff to actually witness and participate in the Glance preemption system. Rebecca and Lori are hard at work here setting up all the drinks and setting up all the salads and everything to go with our chicken and our sausage that we've got on the grill. Today we're cooking, the team from Temple is here with the AI staff, and we're cooking an appreciation lunch for our firefighters here in Marietta, which one of our early adopters with the Applied Information Glance preemption system, and they've been a great customer, and we've made a big difference in the city of Marietta's ability to respond safely to their emergency calls. And we want to show appreciation for them.
All right, Colton, tell us what you're doing today.
Helping these two amazing chefs cook up some food for the city of Marietta. Right now we're getting our white sauce together so we can dip our almost cooked all the way through chicken, get it a nice little layer of the famous North Alabama white sauce. Get it in there so we can finish cooking it so it'll have a nice texture on the top of it, make it really juicy and crunchy at the same time. So we're gearing up for that. Right here we have our prepped chicken. These are halves, quarters actually. We've got it seasoned up, bathed in a bit of canola oil, and just heavy on the pepper and some seasoned salt, a little bit of spice in there. That'll get them juicy and just right. We'll let it kind of soak up that seasoning right there, and then we'll put it on the smoker. Best chicken you've ever had. So right here, we've got our smoker. We've got our chicken going right now. Probably open it up and look at it. Open it up. We got our chicken cooking away. This batch already has the white sauce on it, so we're letting it get that nice coat on there. It's gonna pop. You're gonna wish you were here.
Hey everybody, I just wanted to say a few words just to say, first of all, thanks to the Marietta Fire Department for hosting us like this and showing us what our stuff does out in the street. I think it's very special for the oldest visitors, which is probably me, and the youngest visitor, which is Soraya. And it's just really cool to see our stuff working with the city and the fire department, and really to bring into focus the power of collaboration that we talk about, and that it's important for all of the folks who work at Applied Information, not only to feed your families and do those things, but to know that we do good work. And it's the good folks over here that are the recipients of what we hope is good work, and that makes it all worthwhile. So Chief, over to you, and
awesome.
And say nice things about us, so I'll cut your mic off.
Yeah, where do I send that bill? No, no, I just want to say, first of all, thank you all so much for coming out. Thank you for the chefs coming so early this morning and preparing lunch for our team. But more importantly, thank you all for everything you guys do every day. This technology, it saves lives. Not only does it save lives in our community, but it makes us safer in what we're doing every time we do it. So when we get on the big red fire truck, one of the most dangerous things we do is drive emergency to these calls, right? We're asking people to get out of our way with a 60,000 pound fire truck behind them. And knowing, we've seen it too many times in our long careers here, you know, coming up to an intersection, we cause accidents. And that's the worst thing we want to do, right? We don't want to harm anybody while we're trying to go save somebody else. So this technology allows us that safety blanket, and we're getting to those people much, much quicker. So, you know, to say that, I think the thanks is owed to you guys for everything you've done. You know, the service that we get is amazing. This is probably top 5 safety for our firefighters out here. So their turnout gear, their air pack, is the truck ready to go, and is our preemption system working. And we get a report every week on what's working, what isn't. They take it very, very seriously. And moreover, in talking to a gentleman about some ideas, we got some other stuff that we're going to kick around to see what we can do to improve the system, optimize it even further to, again, enhance our service delivery. So, again, thank you for an amazing day. Thank you, Chief Gibbs, for dialing up this beautiful weather and allowing us to be here with you guys today. We really appreciate everything you're doing, so thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks so much. Eat up, guys. Enjoy the meal. Thanks to the temple guys for cooking and all that you guys do as well.
We're excited to feed our friends over Marietta today.
What is the capacity of this thing? Looks like you could put a couple of whole pigs in there.
We have. I think we have cooked a whole pig on this once before. We've got about, we're working on our second batch right now. Our first batch had about 90 quarter pieces of chicken and a few links of sausage on there. And we've got just about that much in there right now. We can feed about, with a couple of batches, close to 100 to 200 people with this.
Wow, that's fantastic. It's kind of cold out here. Feels good standing next to this thing, doesn't it?
Yeah, you should have been out here in the dark when we were here at 0 dark 30.
No, I don't want to do that. But it smells fantastic, and the smoke coming out of the top, it looks like it's had some work with the buildup.
It's got some character.
Yes, it certainly does. So there's 2 pieces here.
We've got our...
We're using both of them today?
We've got our smoker right here, the main tank right here, where we're cooking most of our meat right here. Down here, we've got our fuel where we're burning our hickory down here.
Okay.
And that nice sweet flavor to it. We've got our warmer right here where we can keep our food warm, and we've actually are cooking some more sausage up there right now.
Oh, okay.
Down on the end right there is a separate, that's just a grill.
Okay.
Charcoal or wood there, and you can actually it's just a regular old grill. So it's got high capacity. You can have some fun with this.
Right. So the wheels, how far does this thing travel every year?
All over the southeast.
I bet it does.
One week it might be in Arkansas, this week it's here in Georgia. We, last time I was with it, we were feeding the city of Baton Rouge. We had about 150 people there.
Wow. And they know how to eat down there in Louisiana,
They sure
right?
do. That's my people down there.
Right. So do you do any competitive cooking with this thing?
We do. We have a couple of superstars. Probably kind of the reason why we have this is why they pushed on it. Our part of our sales team, Tim Britt and Brad White, will take this around and compete with it. And they've won some stuff with this.
Wow.
They make an amazing brisket on here. And we're kind of taking cues from them on how to cook the chicken today.
Oh, okay, that's good.
And in fact, we've already had some folks try it. Can't wait to have another bite.
Well, I tried it myself, and
That's
I gotta
right.
say, I'm really looking forward to a little bit more of it. That's for sure.
Can you hear it sizzle?
Yeah. That's all the fat rendering out and dropping into the fire.
Yeah. Sizzling.
Smells good.
What is cooking in it? You know?
I have no idea. I think burgers and boerewors. Oh, we can look over there and see.
Yeah.
There's chicken.
Ask him to open it up. What?
Yeah.
So can you grill like this? I want to get
What's my name?
Grill.
Tell us what you're seeing, what you're smelling.
I'm smelling some.
It smells good.
It smells like chicken, smoking, and they're about to open it up so we can see it.
Checking on the South African sausage here.
Yeah, I think this one's good here.
Let's see if we can pinch off a little piece on the end.
So see there?
Right off. That's
So
right.
we'll take these 3. These
sir.
were the original 3.
This is our farmer sausage from South Africa that Peter Ashley has provided.
Come over here a little closer. No, not that one.
Oh,
Sorry.
too soon.
Too soon. There you go.
Let that cook a little
This
more.
guy's really crispy in here. That's going to be a good sample there. Those 3.
Very good.
Got our vegan, we flip those.
That's our Beyond sausage down there, vegan options.
A little bit longer on those.
And we're about ready to check the temperature on some of the first batch of chickens to see if they're ready.
Right here.
We've got our Alabama Kaneka going up here as well. Flip that one. Flip your end. Let them char a minute. There you go. Then we'll pull them. Okay, start checking.
Start checking the chicken.
Let me get right here. Got us a pan? Yeah. So this guy's good? Over. Yep.
We are cutting up our farmer sausage into more bite-sized pieces. Boy, that looks good. That is well cooked.
Yeah. And
we don't taste, we test.
Let me pull this
So
guy.
it's very important not to taste, because then you're eating other people's food. But when you're testing, you're making sure that it's safe for everyone who's going to consume it. Very important distinction.
All right, so we've cooked the first batch of chicken, and we've got the fire department starting to come in and eat some chicken.
I thought that was so cool. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just software.
Landon, how you doing, man? All right, tell us what you're doing.
So we are taking the chicken that's about halfway smoked through, and we're dunking it in the Alabama barbecue white sauce. This is from Big Bob Gibson's. Then we bake it again for another 30-45 minutes. Let that barbecue sauce bake into the chicken. So we smother them and put them right back on there for about another 30 to 45 minutes.
So what are people saying about this chicken?
I don't know, their mouths have been full. Couldn't make out what they were talking about.
Well, it got really quiet, so we're assuming everybody was eating and it was really good.
I think it turned out okay.
Yeah, dipping them over here as well. That gives it that vinegar-based taste. A little bit of spiced pepper on there. You can also see how much it cooks in over time, because you didn't notice the white sauce earlier when you ate it. All right.
I know.
Food's great. Super seasoned, nice and spicy where it needs to be spicy.
Awesome.
Hey, not in the mic. Say it in the mic.
You're in this as well. So what was your favorite?
My favorite was probably the boerewors. That was great. I love it. Every time we have it here, it's so juicy.
And what did you enjoy the most?
I really like the Alabama sausage. Was it? That was good.
Oh, it's nice to see that the firefighters are here and enjoying this wonderful meal.
I know.
That was Temple brought their
smoker
on wheels. That apparently is award-winning smoker.
It is.
And apparently that's being borne forth with the way the firefighters are chowing down.
Yeah.
You don't want to get between them and the food. Probably the most dangerous place to be.
You go to fuel our firefighters, so that's what we're doing today. We're
That's right.
fueling up our firefighters with amazing white sauce chicken from Temple. And I think,
And sausage.
yeah, looking at them,
They're not eating a lot of salad.
it's not a ton of green on their plate.
Yeah.
You know?
So yeah, it's a great crowd.
Weather's good.
Weather's been
Excited.
fantastic.
So the guys are getting to go on a fire truck now.
Yo, what's up, boys? This is so sick.
This side?
Yeah, just make sure you got seatbelt on.
Yeah.
It would take me so long to learn all this stuff.
The chefs.
Nice, I think Peter got it.
Yes, we are at Marietta Fire Department and this is their fire pole. It is really fun to slide down and I would highly recommend.
And tell us about the day, what we've been doing here.
So today we wanted to make a space where everyone from Applied Information could join, be together, and experience the real world benefits of everything that we do at Applied Information. And we wanted to have an opportunity to thank the fire department for the opportunities they've kind of afforded us at Applied Information, being one of the forefront deployers of our technology. And one of the best things about this day is that I've been lucky enough to experience what it's like being at a fire station and speaking with people from fire departments. But a lot of people at Applied Information don't really get to see what it's like in the field. So a day like today really brings everyone together so that they can experience, outside of just looking at the individual silo that they work in, whether it's the hardware, the production, the software development, they see the bigger picture of what we do at Applied Information. And they're actually really able to see the difference that what they're doing at their desk that day or throughout their time at Applied Information, they can see the difference that it actually makes in the real world.
All right, so we've got the next group of people getting onto the fire truck. And we've got Marietta Fire Department who's driving. And all of our personnel in the back of the vehicle here. So pretty cool that they get to jump on a fire truck and experience emergency vehicle preemption. It's just actually fantastic. Can you tell me how this day came to be and why you organized the day at Marietta Fire Station?
I think the day came to be because I had the idea that we need to show the people who work at the company what the products do for the public, and they never actually experience what their products are our products are all about. So I spoke to Peter Ashley about it. He came with a great idea. We should call Jackie Gibbs, and that's how it started. And now we at the Marietta Fire Station, and everybody's having fire truck rides. We're looking at the preemption system. Everything's going pretty well, and it looks like everybody's pretty well engaged and enjoying it. So I think it's turning out to be a pretty good day for all.
So we'll do a quick walk around. So this is our Marietta Fire Museum, and what really makes us stand out in Georgia is not only is this really the only true fire museum in Georgia, every piece of equipment in here was used at one point or another in our history of Marietta Fire. So in here we have 6 antique vehicles dating all the way back to 1879. And our most current vehicle that's in here now is our 1976 Seagrave, which is was added about 2 years ago. That's the kind of lime green engine on the far side there. So everything in here is fully functioning except for the 1926 Seagrave, which is in the back corner over here. So if you want me to do, I can do a quick walk around, just tell you about each piece of equipment real quick. The first vehicle right here, this is a 1950 Rescue. Still operable, obviously back in the 1950s, 60s, probably into the early 70s when it was being used. It was a much different response type of vehicle, so we didn't have the equipment, the medications that we have today, which is basically makes our ambulances here in Marietta rolling hospitals. This was more of a transport unit than anything, with minimal capabilities of what they could actually do for a patient on board. As we come around the corner, again, this is a 1976 Seagrave. The color of it seems very odd. Back in 1976, the federal government gave us enough money to purchase 3 new engines. According to the federal government, this was the best color to paint fire engines. So if we wanted their money, we had to not only paint our new engines this color, but the entire fleet. Marietta said, not a problem. We painted everything this wonderful color, and 5 years later, 1983, everything was painted back to red. So this was painted back, we just restored this probably about 3 years ago, and we put the original color back on it just so that we had that history built into the museum.
What was the reasoning behind the color?
They felt that that color stood out better and was more visible to traffic. Studies have shown that there's not a whole lot of difference in the colors in terms of how traffic's going to respond to you. This is our only non-working vehicle that we have in the museum. This is a 1926 Seagrave. It has not been restored. It does not run. We have no real desire to restore it, just because the antique look of it is something that people really enjoy seeing as to how it looked when we took it out of service. The next vehicle over here is a 1949 Perch ladder truck. This is one of the original ladder trucks of the Marietta Fire Department. The ladder on it was capable of going up to approximately 50 feet, but everything back when this one was built was all done by hand crank. So to make that ladder go up and down, back and forth, longer or shorter, was all done by just hand. Whereas today our ladder trucks everything is electronic and hydraulic driven. So this vehicle right here, believe it or not, it's a 1949 Perch. It actually served the city as a reserve unit all the way up until 1983. Again, it's fully functioning. This is one of our more popular vehicles that we take out for city events throughout the year. 4th of July, Veterans Day, just about anything. Santa on the Square here in Marietta. It's just one of the cooler vehicles we have. And then we'll come around the corner. So down here on the lower level are 2 of our oldest vehicles. The red fire engine over here is a 1921 American La France. This was the first motorized fire truck of the Marietta Fire Department. When we moved it in here in 2017, it was still fully functioning, but it has not left the museum at that point and probably will not go back out on the road anytime soon. And then over in the corner is probably the coolest piece of equipment we have. That is an 1879 Silsby steamer. So prior to that piece of equipment coming into the city of Marietta, anytime there were fires, they were basically hand pumps and bucket brigades. That was the first piece of equipment that was basically a self-sustaining pump. And the way it operated, just think about a boiler. Down below you had a firebox. The large silver cylinder was filled with water simply for boiling and creating the steam. The steam would run the pumps, which left you with one thing that you still needed, which was water to actually fight the fire. The water was found in lakes, streams, or around the city. They had what they called cisterns, which are basically just collection areas for fire department use. You would drop a large diameter hose down in there, suck the water out, pump it through your hoses. It was a horse-drawn apparatus, and it served the city probably until, if I had to take a guess, probably the mid to late 20s. It was still in service when we got our first motorized fire truck, which again was in 1921.
So it was in no way self-propelled. The steam engine was just for the pump.
There was simply for the pump. That's all it was. There was no water on there for fighting fire. It was pulled by 2 horses. For anybody who's familiar with Marietta Square, just a short walk off the main square is McCracken's, which is a pub, a local pub now. It's actually where that was housed as Marietta Fire Station number 1.
So they have to keep that heated all the time?
No, so they would keep coals stoked up, my understanding was. In the event of a fire, they lit that fire underneath, and hopefully by the time you got to your fire, you had that boiling water creating the steam. So it was.
That's a big hope.
It's a big hope, but again, it just goes back to just show the difference from where we were in 1879 to pumps today.
How do you fight fire with fire?
Possibly. So that was capable of pumping about 500 gallons a minute, where our current engines pump up to about 2,000.
I mean, imagine like back when this was the modern piece of technology, how much of a wonder that was
Yep.
to the people that were living there.
Yep. And that was fully restored, I believe it was 1994. So it is in full functioning, working condition. If you wanted to take it out and fire it up, we will never do that.
Yeah.
All right, and now I got a question. How do you properly use a fire pole?
All right.
Can you show us the proper technique on that?
I can show, well, I can't show you the proper technique, but when we walk out to the bay, I can actually show you how they operate, and I may be able to find somebody who can go up and slide down a pole for you.
Awesome.
All right. So we head out there.
So we don't get to slide on the pole ourselves?
No. How old are you?
17.
Oh, excellent. You could join the fire department next year. Come slide the pole all you want. That's what you got to do. If you want to slide the pole, you got to be a firefighter. In 1997, the city remodeled this station. We added on the museum. They added on a rear portion of the building, and at that time, everything upstairs became admin. So we're talking about the fire chief, deputy fire chief, our training division, and our fire marshal's office. All the bedrooms, kitchen, living area was all put on the main floor here. So now the firefighters simply walk from the back to the front to hop on the fire trucks. Prior to that, we had 4 poles that were situated around the station. And in the event of a call, the fastest way to get from the second floor to the first floor was to simply come down the pole. These are all done by the weight of the firefighter. So firefighter DeRocher's gone upstairs. She's going to slide the pole for us in just a second. Basically, the weight of the firefighter would pull down on the pole, and it would open up those doors, and then in between each firefighter, those doors would close back up. So if we give her just a second to go up there. Whenever you're ready, firefighter DeRocher. There you go. Yep, a lot quicker.
All right, welcome you guys. My name is Lars. I'll be your tour guide for this expedition. If you guys have any questions, if I can learn something from you, it'd be great. So just let me know whatever information you got.
What are we going to do now?
So we're going to go through some of the streets here in Marietta, and we're going to run silent, and we're going to see if we get the lights that we're supposed to get.
Hey, boys. All right, so we're going to go do a run right now, which we're going to see if we can see some green lights with the glance preemption system that's deployed here in the city of Marietta. And as we're coming through the next signal here, you'll see that it'll start to shut down everything, and the light goes green. Everybody else is brought to a stop ahead of us. And as you can see, these vehicles are not designed for comfort. Lars, tell us a little bit about your experience as a driver in these vehicles.
So some of the biggest challenges that we face when we're driving down the road is like a road like this, there's nowhere for the other cars to go. So when we have bumper-to-bumper traffic or rush hour traffic in general, it's very hard for us to come through with lights and sirens and expect these vehicles to go anywhere. So when the lights are red up ahead, it makes it hard for anyone to go anywhere. But with this preemptive system, it not only helps us to go through green light intersections, but it helps the other cars have a safe way to get out of our way and to allow us a quicker and smoother flow through the intersections without pushing people into red lights or into dangerous situations.
Now, what do you do, Jason, in applied information?
I work on the servers and the computers that make a lot of this happen.
And is this your first time driving in a fire truck?
Yes, yes it is.
What's your first experience?
It's uncomfortable.
You have the unfortunate fact that you don't have an air pack in your seat. So normally there's an air pack sitting there that you can lean against, and that's why the seat is open like that. But that air pack is on the fire truck that's in service. This one's out of service right now. Each apparatus has an assigned officer, an assigned driver, and an assigned firefighter.
Gotcha.
And then, you know, if someone is off, then everyone essentially bumps up one position. Everyone is trained to the level above what their current rank is.
Okay.
That way we have acting officers, we have acting drivers, and that allows you to get some experience before it's truly just your responsibility.
Gotcha. Interesting.
Yeah, and then we have 3 shifts. We do 24-hour shifts where we have we start at 8 in the morning and we get off at 8 o'clock the next day.
Yeah, makes sense.
And so we have 3 shifts, and every one of the 3 shifts have a driver, an officer, and a firefighter that are assigned to the apparatus.
Gotcha.